Great probability question here. Like it. A class consists of pupils who either wear a red tie or a green tie. So let's say the number that wearing a red tie is R and the number wearing a green tie is G. There are two more pupils wearing green ties than wearing red ties. So that means G is going to equal R plus 2. And then two pupils are chosen at random. The probability of selecting two pupils of different tie color is exactly treble the probability of selecting two pupils who both wear red ties. So we've got the probability of red-green or green-red. And let's work that out. So for me to pick somebody who's got a red tie, first of all, well, there are R people with red ties, and there are R plus G people in total. And then I'm going to times it by the probability of picking somebody with a green tie. Now, there are going to be G people left with a green tie, and there's going to be R plus G minus 1 people left who have, who haven't picked yet. Now, when I pick green-red, all I'm going to do is swap these two around, and so I can actually just times this by 2. And this is equal to 3 times the probability of them both wearing red ties. So red, red, which is going to be 3 times R over R plus G as before. But now there's one less person with a red tie the second time around. And then it's going to be R plus G minus 1 again. So I've got myself an equation. And of course, there's not two different ways of doing it. There's only one way of getting red, red. Right, let me write it out again. So it's going to be 2. Actually, why don't I put it all over a common denominator? Well, no, sorry, all over a single fraction. So 2rg over r plus g times r plus g minus 1 is equal to 3r r minus 1 over r plus g minus 1. Actually, these just cancel out at this point, and the r's cancel out as well. R is not going to be 0, so I can do that. So 2g equals 3r minus 3. Now don't forget, we also have that g is equal to r plus 2 from before. So 2r plus 2 is equal to 3r minus 3. Now I can solve this to get r. 2r plus 4 equals 3r minus 3. That means that r is going to equal 7. And g is going to equal 9. So they've used capital R for the number of pupils wearing a red tie. I just made, I used a lowercase 1. I'm going to stick with that. Now we're asked to work out r cubed plus r squared plus r. 7 cubed plus 7 squared plus 7 is 343 plus 49 plus 7. I can add these two to give me 350. Then this one is going to be 399. Okay, big fan of that question. Like an interesting tree diagram question with lots of algebra. What more do you want? Well done.